Other MAGA figures like cyber battle brewing among supporters of President-elect Donald Trump. Far-right activist Laura Loomer taking to X to slam Trump's new artificial intelligence advisor, Sriram Krishnan, for his past support of easing restrictions on skilled foreign workers coming to the U.S. Loomer launching a series of posts such as, "Our country was built by white Europeans, actually, not third-world invaders from India." Other MAGA...
Hold up. Our country was built by white Europeans and not third world invaders from India. See, this is what happens when we give dumb white bitches power. Now, so white Europeans built the White House? No, black Africans built the White House who were enslaved. White Europeans picked all of that cotton that drove the economy of the United States for decades? No. Enslaved Africans. Fuck out of here, man. This is what we do. And see, you know, and see, number one, look at her face. She look like she want to be a black woman herself because she got the black woman standard issue, Cumbrella eyelashes like the Snuffleupagus. She got contacts in her eyes. She got fake bitch written all over her face. Just like a lot of black women. But that's black, y'all. That's how black women, but black women set the trend. I can say this about, you can say what you want to say about black women. Every woman in the world want to be one. I said it. They want to be one until it's time to be a black woman. Then they want to shun them. But that's all right, ladies. Y'all keep being black ladies. That's you can't do nothing else. Anyway, this is how asinine this stupid bitch is.
From India, other MAGA figures like Steve Bannon joining in.
It's about taking American jobs and bringing over essential become indentured servants at lower wages.
The controversy is over H1-B visas, a program that lets foreigners with highly coveted tech skills work in the U.S. for up to 6 years. A program applauded and defended by some of Mr. Trump's closest advisors, including Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, and others in the tech industry, which is heavily reliant on foreign skilled workers. Musk responding to the online barrage by saying, if you want your team to win the championship, you need to recruit top talent wherever they may be.
I think this is sort of a pregame, a sign of things to come. These tensions between the sort of what you could call the populist nationalist wing of the Republican Party and the new tech elite.
While Trump has promised a hard line on illegal immigration and mass deportation, many in the tech industry are pushing him to expand legal immigration for high-skilled workers, an idea he's hinted he's open to for foreign students.
Somebody graduates at the top of the class, they can't even make a deal with a company because they don't think they're going to be able to stay in the country. That is going to end on day one.
At some point, something's got to give. They got to decide what is the orientation of immigration policy. Is it going to focus on attracting the best talent to the country, or a more protectionist model where we put up fences?
Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News, Washington.
Okay. Now, I have a couple of things to say about that. Now, number one, I am an engineer and a scientist myself. Yeah. I'm a computer scientist. I'm very well trained, and I've worked in all of these companies. So I'm going to sit here and tell y'all some stories of what this really is. Anyway, Laura Loomer's a batshit. How in the hell is anybody listening to this crazy, stupid bitch? It befuddles me. It'll befuddle me till the day I hit the dirt. So, I'm an American-born computer engineer and computer scientist. Okay, software engineer. I write a lot of code. I've written a lot of code for a lot of major platforms that we all use, and I'm pretty goddamn good at it. So, and I've worked in the field for almost 30 years. All of that is a whole bunch of BS to drive the. Okay. It is very difficult to graduate from computer science or computer engineering or any kind of mechanical, even a bullshit degree like information systems. It's people drop out of that bullshit. Now, these are the people who, like, computer science is a less than 1% graduation rate at a lot of universities. People are like, oh, I want to be a computer scientist until they see that coursework. And the professors are, hey, I taught computer science, and I will flunk your ass fast. Let me tell y'all something, man. All of that H1-B stuff, they want to lift the cap on that because they bring those guys who are also pretty brilliant. It's brilliant people all over this world. Bill Gates bitch ass said that India has the best talent. You know why he said that? Because they had the cheapest talent. Because he could bring cats from India that'll make maybe $5,000 or $6,000 a year. Bring them over here, pay them $50,000. That's 10 times what they gonna make over there. But they know damn well they can't get an American engineer to take $50,000 at all. Pay them $50,000 on the H1-B, but see they capped it so they could keep American workers in the game. Because once you run out, you fill up with your H1-Bs, and then bam, then you have to go ahead and pay the piper. They want to lift that so they can just so they can increase their profit margins. So Steve Bannon, who's somebody I can't stand that fucker, he's absolutely correct. Elon Musk and them they like, hey, we could just bring all the computer engineers and the engineers and the scientists over from India, pay them crumbs. They have to stay 5 and 6 to a house. I was working at Apple Incorporated. Yeah, I'm finna name drop. I was making 3 times what my title was lead developer, which pretty much I remember falling asleep on the phone teaching people from India, because over in California, if it's 8 p.m., it's 8 a.m. in India. I remember falling asleep on the phone teaching these cats. And let me tell you something else. It was somebody, my other lead, I was making 3 times what she was making. Just because I sat there and told them I ain't gonna do jack shit unless you pay me 3 times what I'm supposed to be getting paid. No, I ain't say that. Well, anyway, I got a salary, and I was still struggling out there. Apple, Sunnyvale, California, and Cupertino, California, which where Apple's kind of their headquarters, their base is, and headquarters, is not a cheap place to stay. Them cats was living 4, 5, and 6 to a house, bro. Trying to work there. And there's a company called Infosys. So what they do is they sit there and pimp out foreigners and pocket their salary. And the foreigners are going to do it because they making more. They're making more than they can ever make in their home countries. And see, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, they want to increase that cap so they can bring that more. They want to bring that in, which will drive the labor costs down. So you go and it is very hard to graduate from a school in engineering. I'm talking about we talking about in some cases less than a 1% graduation rate. And you know what your goddamn reward for enduring 4 or 5 or even 6 or 7 years of learning engineering, computer engineering, science, computer science, electrical engineering, being one of the top minds on the planet. You know what your reward is for getting out of school? You gotta sit there and get lowballed, and you gotta get lowballed, and they're gonna pay you crumbs. That's what your reward is for being one of the top minds on the planet. And wonder why people in America go and drive trucks. I know, I'm going to tell you a story. I know a dude that quit doing IT to drive. He quit doing computer engineering and he quit programming computers from NRG Energy in Houston, Texas, to go and drive trucks. Got out of the industry because truck driving was more lucrative. To go sit there and drive trucks. Any moron can drive a goddamn truck. You ain't got to. These people that drop out of college and get out the pen and drive trucks, and they make it more than engineers. And wonder why. Well, and they think Americans are stupid. No, Americans ain't trying to get played. I said it. I am one. And I'm telling you, I turn down jobs every day because they like, we're going to pay you $120,000 a year. Bitch, my mother, I ain't finna put my mother in there. It's counselors that make more than that. Listening to people talk about how they got how they daddy put glue in a booty crack. And they just sitting there just checking boxes. And they making more than engineers. They can't do engineering if they couldn't do engineering if they died and got reincarnated 50 times. They still wouldn't be a goddamn engineer. And they trying to lowball some of the rarest people on earth. This is just how horrible. This is how horrible this is. It is extremely difficult to become an engineer. You have to study and go into and spend a good portion of your life in labs, and you have to build a lab in your house or have a lab somewhere else. That's what engineers have to do, and those labs ain't cheap. And it's people who are computer engineers can't afford the goddamn computer in the lab because of cats like Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. But and these cats are billionaires. That's how they got that way. Fucking over engineers. And y'all let them do it. I be damned that a Tesla be sitting on the side of the road before you goddamn lowball me. Or I'll build another a Rivian. I build a competitor Tesla where it's Rivian or something else. This is see, they don't, and then they bring this to the public. And then the first thing they could do is be like, oh, those engineers are greedy. They want money. Do you know how hard it is to program a computer? Go try it. And let me tell you, and the thing about it is that, and this is why so many tech companies starting to fail and have problems, is because they say, oh, we bringing the right talent in. There's a scam to where those cats ain't even engineers coming over from India. They are so ready to pay them less money. Those guys don't even know. Those guys are doing. So this is what they do. So when you a scammer, when you ain't the boss, the first thing you get it and you find a way to get into the company, the first thing when you not that dude or you not that talented, the first thing you do is go in and find the talent. You get right around them and you try to get them to do your work. That happens so much there, man. And look, you think that they won't sit there and try to scam and con a company for, $40,000 or a 6-month contract and get fired? It's so many people getting released. Man, look, let me tell you, tech is so riddled with scam and BS. You'll think it's a meritocracy because, oh, yeah, but that's what you think. It ain't like that. It's people in there like, you know what? I can sit there and sound good about tech. They can talk tech. I know a dude that does that for a living. He talks well. I know 3 of them. They just sit there and talk well. They sit there and talk well, and they can say the lingo and all of that. Get hired. Can't piss a drop. And then try to figure out how to get somebody else to do their work. Then they go in. This is so funny. Then they go in, and even if they get fired after 4, 5, 6 months, they done got dropped 30 grand on them, maybe 20 grand, and that's better than they'll ever get. They got to go back to India or go back to wherever, and that's better than the money they ever get. I know that's their hustle, man. All because these motherfuckers don't want to pay an engineer from America that you can look up their records, you can look up their their grades. You can talk to their professors. You can see what they've done. All because of they want to save a nickel. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. You are two punk bitches. Vivek Ramaswamy is American. Elon Musk is South African. And everybody think that these guys are so great. They're a bunch of fucking punk bitches. But that's what we're dealing with, man. And Trump gonna fall for it because Elon will give him a couple $1 million. And Trump be like, okay. Why you think Elon was donating so much money to that campaign? He finna get all that back. And Trump's gonna sign all of it. Cause Trump's for sale, and he's a little bitch, and he's dumb. And you talk about America first. Well, how in the hell is America first if you gonna get those H1-Bs? You should cut America first, cut all of it out. Cut them all out and see, you know what I'm saying? And see what the Americans will do. Because I'm telling you, it's all, I don't agree with Steve Bannon with nothing, but I saw the scam, man. I was making 2 times and 3 times of and they was mad that I showed them the chicks. I got fired for that. I was making 2 and 3 times what the companies, what they were paying the foreigners on the H1Bs. But they got, you know what I'm saying, because they got to do it and they got to take the salaries. Because if they don't take the salaries, they got to go back to India and you know what I'm saying, and go pick mangoes, and you know, and go drive taxis. Yeah. So what you think they're gonna do? Exactly. Now, I just want to tell y'all, man, what really is going on with these top engineers. And they're talking about, well, Americans are not smart enough and Americans aren't producing enough engineers, so we have to import them. Man, we kicking out engineers, we kicking out some top flight ones. But, you know, they're expensive because they had to go through the American engineering system, which is one of the top ones. They are sending people from other countries to study here. Trust me, I went to school with a bunch of them. I was the only American in meetings. Man, let me tell you. I'll tell you another story. I done sat in so many meetings with top engineers and top scientists. And I was the only American in the mother. The only one. Not only I was the only American, then on top of that, I'm a nigga. And that niggas ain't supposed to be engineers. Bullshit. Well, I forgot to read that memo. This is the reward for becoming one of the elite thinkers on the planet. You get businessmen who try to lowball your ass. That's why they gotta live secluded lives, and because, you know, there's a saying in business, and I'm starting to believe it. Is that if somebody profits, somebody profits to somebody's deficit, and in tech, all those billions that Bezos and Steve Jobs. Who else was making all that money? Bill Gates is at the detriment of all the god doggone engineers. They took advantage of them. Instead of paying them, they put the money in their pocket. What a hustle, and what a mind fuck. P8 Texas, man. And I'm signing out.